All right, we're joined by San Diego FC forward Milan Iloski. Tony, Alejandro, you guys want to get it started?
Yeah. Yes, thank you, Vicky. Milan, congratulations. 2 goals in 2 matches. Could you just take us through the feeling of being able to get on the score sheet and make a quick impact on this team?
Yeah, it's a great feeling. Coming in mid-season like this, it was, important for me personally to make an impact. I needed to, I think, prove to the staff and also the players that I can be trusted and that I can offer something to the team. So, I'm happy to just be doing my job and help the team get as many points as possible.
And how much do you attribute to obviously being over at FC Northland and the Right to Dream style to be able to put yourself in those positions into the system so far into the season?
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, me moving over to Northland, it grew me as a player so much, not just in every way. In my mind, how I thought, I think so much faster now. I react so much faster than, of course, coming into San Diego being a Right to Dream club. It's a lot of similarities. Of course, it's a different league, and you have to adapt to the changes in that. But of course, it helped the transition be a lot smoother, I think, than if I was not coming from Northland.
And then right before your goal, there was a volley that almost hit the side netting. You take your hands to your face. What was that self-talk moment like? And then you come back and get the goal immediately.
Yeah, no, it was a good chance. It was a tight angle, so it wasn't the easiest chance. But it was just a little bit of like it's a big moment. In that time, still being 0-0, that's a big chance for us to take the lead. So, just a little bit of like a letdown, like, all right, come on, next, and then it's on to the next one. And you have to have that mentality as a striker and, as an athlete. Like, you can't get held up on, missing a chance like that or, having a low moment like that. You got to bounce back fast and be ready for the next chance to come. So when something like that happens, you're just, focused on the next action, the next play, and ready to go again.
And then next action ended up being a goal celebration. You look over to the fans, kind of listen to the sound and noise. You guys start celebrating. Take us through that moment of cashing in that goal.
Yeah, they were hammering it. The guys warming up the whole time. So I knew I was going to go in, and of course, you have to have the confidence that you're going to come in and change the game. And I knew going in that there'd be chances for me, and I backed myself to score goals. So I knew going into the game that I was going to have an opportunity, and I had to hit back at them a little bit because they were hammering us pretty hard for the whole time we were warming up.
And then we've seen you talk with Mikey Varas after training. What are some of those conversations that now land you with these opportunities and you're taking the most out of them?
Yeah, no, I mean, Mikey's been, very straightforward with me. And that's all I asked from the first day that I talked to him. And, we have conversations like any player and coach. And, he's very clear on what he expects from me and what he wants from me. And it's my job to try and offer him that. And, in this role that I've been given, coming off the bench, I'm trying to impact the game, like games like this that are close or, the last game managing it a little bit when we have a big lead, whatever the scenario is. It's my job coming into the game to, impact it and change it, in our favor. So, our conversations have been very positive and very good. And, I'm just trying to do what he wants, to help the team the most at the end of the day.
And then obviously you come back and get a goal for San Diego. How much more does that mean to get a goal for your hometown squad and bringing it back to Wednesday against Colorado?
No, it's so important. I mean, everyone knows. I think I've said enough times how much I love the city and it's home. It's always been home and it always will be. So to do it in in my hometown and for my home club makes it even more special to me. And I also think the first goal took this big weight off my back of all right, the pressure and the, expectations. I think from family, from friends, coming back and all these things. It feels like a big weight's been lifted, and now I'm able to just go and play. And it does put a little bit of an extra oomph in my step that it's for my hometown club. So always every time I play, and I'll represent this badge with everything I can give and try and help bring as much joy and happiness to our amazing fans.
And then lastly, is there any internal banter with De La Torre? And also a San Diego native, you now are getting on the score sheet as well. Any internal competition with that? And if not, that's it for me. Safe travels.
No. I've known Luca for many years. I played up actually with my older brother Eric, growing up. So I played up a year. So I played against Luca with Luca from when we were little kids. So of course he went over to England pretty early, but we have a good relationship off the field also. Of course, both being from San Diego, and I think sharing a lot of similar experiences coming back at a little bit earlier stages in our career. So, of course, there's a little bit of joking back and forth, and he told me I took this other chance that the backfield from Anas. So, no, we get along good, and as long as one of us is scoring, I think we'll both be happy. So,
Appreciate it. Thank you.
yeah, thanks.
Alejandro, go ahead. Anybody else? More questions?
Vicky and Daisy, may I ask one?
Yes,
real
go
quick?
ahead.
Milan, can you talk a little bit more, elaborate a little more about what it's been like training and playing with this club and players such as Anders and Chucky and Oni and the chemistry that you guys have developed, the entire team in such a short amount of time since you came in just last month, but then everybody else in January. Can you talk a little bit about that, please? Thank you.
Yeah, no, of course. Yeah, it's amazing what the club's done in such a short period. From the outside coming in, the team was doing well before I got here. So, it's amazing to see when you come in, and you can really feel it when you're on the training ground, and the team works really well together. Of course, when you have great players, it's gonna be a little bit easier, I think, to get things going. And we have such talented players, and the staff does a great job of putting us all together and doing team building stuff and stuff like that off the field also that is always going to contribute at the end of the day. So the group's really close. I think we also all feel really how important it is to the fans and to the people back in San Diego. So I think, it's the whole collective is to try and win games, and I think surprise a lot of people because coming in, I even for me, from being when I was abroad, I saw all the comments about how San Diego was going to struggle. So I definitely think that a lot of people took it like, all right, like a little bit personal, and now we can, show people. So for me coming in, it's been, not easy, but it has been, pretty seamless for me to come into the team. Everyone's been very welcoming, and it's been easy for me so far.
Thank you.
Yeah, thanks.
Any more questions? Okay, I think that's it. Thank you.
Thanks, guys, if you're there.